Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Today I'm going to show you how you can easily deploy the Terraform EKS service, which is the elastic Kubernetes service on your AWS infrastructure. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this EC2 instance. You can use even your virtual machine. You can use the 1218 or the Amazon Linux. Let me show you that for the installation requirement for the EKS cluster, you don't have to do anything much. I mean, I've already created the bash script for you guys, so you have to simply run the bash script on your EC2 instance. So this is our code. This is the bash script I've written, which is for Amazon Linux, and in Ubuntu it will install Terraform setup, and AWS CLI is already there on Amazon Linux, so it is for Ubuntu actually. So we need the kube CTL or kubectl, lots of people say that, installation, and we need an IAM authenticator, so everything will be deployed automatically. So I already have done that. You can even use the EC2 instance by using that. Let me show you how you can do that as well, by putting the detail in the user data. I'm not going to use that. Let's say I'm using the Amazon Linux, whatever the selection is. So if you go to the EC2 section of the user data, you have to simply copy this script, which will install all the dependencies required for the EKS. So simply do that. So you have to simply put the script in the user data. That's it, and everything will be installed according to the requirement. So I'm not going to do that. So just to show you guys, even you can use your Ubuntu machine. I mean, I have VMware installed in my desktop, and the requirement is that you have to use the Linux machine, because all the dependencies and everything is going to be the is for regarding the uh, Linux machine. So you can use Ubuntu or whatever you like, and Amazon Linux as well. So regarding this script, I need to tell you that we are not going to attach any IAM role, because why not we are not attaching that, when we can even install the attach the IAM role for the installation of the EKS. But the idea behind that is that whatever person or service which is going to deploy the EKS service is automatically become the administrator of that service. So what I highly recommend that you use your AWS pragmatic keys, which is the access key and secret access key, instead of attaching the role. So I have not attached any role. Instead, simply I'm going to SSH into the machine. uh, so I've already put the code there. So let me show you guys from where you can even pull the code. There's a lot of people commenting in my LinkedIn, and they say the code is not modular. So let me show you that the code is absolutely modular, and even you can use in your different workspaces, like environment, your dev environment, prod environment. So these containers, uh, you can call the actual module from the backend. Let me show you that as well. So if I and this is about the so this is these are the modules. I'm going to close that. So this is our prod, and this is our environment. So this is our dev environment. So if I open this main TF, so if I go back, see, this is our dev stage, is our dev. So these are the side ranger we are going to use. We are going to deploy the VPC. It is highly recommended, and the best practice is that you deploy a separate VPC for your EKS cluster, and we are going to do that. And other than that, it is highly recommended by AWS as well that your worker nodes should be in the private subnets. So for internet connectivity, we are going to provide these nodes the NAT gateway. So we have one NAT gateway. For the demonstration, I'm just using the NAT gateway. For the best practices, I highly recommend that you use the uh, number of NAT gateways should be equal to your number of AGs. So uh, uh, we are going to use this two public subnet instead. Like say we are in the Oregon region, they have four availability zone. We should be using those availability zone for the high availability, um, and we should use the 4NAT gateway for providing our for high availability by providing internet access to our EC2 nodes. So this is with regard to the EKS workers node, and as AWS suggests that you should use the public subnet. So and our private nodes are going to use the endpoint of this EKS cluster by which is already in the public subnet. So we have provided this IGW internet gateway. So let me show you guys the code as well. The code is already available for you guys in the public repository. You guys already aware that I have put a lot of modules in the public repositories for you guys, and a lot of people actually uh, use my modules and able to understand how you can use those. So these are some detail regarding the EKS use data I already show you, which is actually the bash script. So these are our environments. So what I have done, I already pulled the code and put it in my EC2 instance for time saving. So even you can use the external links to not even just pull the code, simply use the external link for the Terraform module installation. So let me show you. If I do Terraform apply, it will prompt an error. It will say you install your install your modules, you see. So these are the modules are actually already exists, like EKS cluster. This Terraform says about the EKS cluster module should be installed. So this is the EKS cluster. So instead I am using this command. So I'm going to apply this Terraform init. So it will initialize all these modules, and then I'm going to use the Terraform apply. So I don't recommend the Terraform apply command straight away. Even you can do auto approve. It will not even show you what you're going to do. You should use the plan then apply. So all this stuff I have already know. So even okay, let me apply this one, and I will show you what it will about set up the 40 resources for us. Uh, let me show you that. See, so it will install all these resources. So let me say yes to this, apply the changes. So currently I am in the Oregon region. So let me tell you about the code as well. So let's say for the best practices, I highly recommend that you should see the AWS documentation regarding the latest EKS AMI for your particular region. So just I highlighted that. So this is the latest 1.14 EKS image. So we are going to use this for deploying our EKS cluster. Let me navigate to the EKS section of the AWS infrastructure and show you guys. and also let me show you guys the separate so container is already started to launch. So and VPS sorry VPC is also going to be set up for this. We are going to use, you see, 10.20 range for our VPS, separate VPS, and this is the side range we are going to use, 10.20/16. So let me show you that as well. So I'm going to select my VPC. See, this is my VPC, Cloud Legend VPC Dev. So and these are the subnets we are going to use, and also need to show you that for the best practices, and just for the this is actually just, you know, just a demonstration. And for the best practices, if you go to the EC2 section, you will see that Oregon has 4 availability zones. So I highly recommend that you should go for all the availability zone, which means that you should have actually 4 public subnet and 4 private subnet, and you should have 4 NAT gateways for the best high availability practice. I'm recommending this. So but this is just the dev environment, so we don't need that. And EKS cluster is started, and let me show you more about what VPC we are going to, what services. So these public private subnet I've already showed you. So if we navigate to the route table section, so these 2 public subnet, if you go see the routes, it will show us the IGW internet gateway for these public subnets. And these private subnets actually share the one NAT gateway, because I have just for the sake of, you know, dev environment, I'm using for the cost effectiveness, I should say. So and these subnets, private subnets, are going to use the same NAT gateway, and this is the NAT gateway we are using. If I go to the NAT gateway section, this is the NAT gateway we are going to use, and so this is the only one NAT gateway, and it is already fully automated. You don't have to, you know, even think about it. You have to just blindly use the this module. Even you can test this in your dev environment. So it is already tested, and so it will take actually 10 minutes to deploy. So 3 minutes, about 4 minutes already passed. So till then I'm going to pause the video, and I will be back with you guys in a while. So okay guys, let me pause the video. Till then I will be back. So guys, I am back. Cluster is about to launch in few minutes, inshallah. So this is the VPC. As I've told you that these are the subnet. By default, the public subnet are going to be used by the EKS service. Actually this is the managed service. We are not going to manage these nodes. I mean, it is going to be managed by the AWS. So it is these nodes are hidden from us. So we just provide these nodes, the VPC and the subnets. So it is fully managed by AWS. And if I refresh in a few minutes, you will see that nodes are going to launch. In fact, now we are on the auto scaling group. We will see if you navigate to the auto scaling group, these are the instance, and let me navigate to the auto scaling group, and you will see the auto scaling will actually launch the extra node. Actually it is launching. So if we click on this, so you will see multiple nodes. I selected two nodes. It will, for the high availability, it will select these separate AZs. So if one node goes down, uh, our pod are going to be shifted on the other node. So I have selected two instance, two desired minimum max, and so that is why I highly recommend to use the all availability zone. So currently I'm not doing that, so you should do in your prod environment. So uh, and these are the policies I've already attached, and let me show you that as well. So uh, what policies we are going to use already mentioned in that, so you can dig further more. For instance, um, high CPU utilization and the low threshold is going to be is fully automated and is mentioned in that. So you can check that as well. So I'm not going to detail. You see, this is 50. Go into the deep detail of this of these auto scaling group. So I will create a separate video for the auto scaling group, but for the sake of this video and the length of this video, I'm going to show you that these are our uh, nodes launched by auto scaling group, which are going to contact the endpoint, which is let me refresh it. It is active. Our cluster is active. So these are going to contact this public API server endpoint. So we are providing the NAT gateway to our private nodes. So these will contact this. So if I go to this section, so it will say dial TCP connection timeout. So what we are going to do is to again apply the Terraform apply command. So it will run the bash script. So you will see in a moment that all will be turned green, which means that everything is deployed. So one add, one destroy. So if you go to the top section of this part, so you see module EKS cluster, this config.auth is tainted, so it is need to be replaced. So for that I've already set up the bash script. I'm going to say yes, and our EC2 instance is now able to see the nodes we have. If you see the kubectl get nodes, you will see the nodes we have, you see, and we are going to use the latest version of EKS service, which I've already showed you guys. So these are the outputs, like the auto scaling, the endpoint API, everything. You can see this from that, and also need to show you guys the screenshot which I've already taken before that. Why I'm using the latest AMI? If you're not providing the AMI, it will not actually launch the latest one. So I've used the past as well, so there is no point to use 1.11 for your fresh installation of the EKS. You should use the latest AWS EKS version, which is 1.14. So that's is it, guys. I'm going to now destroy my infrastructure. I'm going to say auto approve, so everything will be destroyed without any prompt of yes. So destruction is completed, and that is it, guys. Please like and share my video. Have a nice day. You can visit my GitHub repository, and even I have a LinkedIn, which I've already showed you guys in my past videos. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.